Chapter 1 part read aloud with captions. When he finally got a call back from Triple R's Entertainment a week ago, he didn't tell the girls right away that they had a chance at a recording contract. Instead, he gotten everything in order, wrangling 4 coach plane tickets to New York, 2 $99 per night rooms at the Chesterfield, before he strolled into Wildside Studios and crowded triumphantly, "Pack your bags, girls. We're going to New York." Call the girl. Why did Lamont always have to be so dramatic? Daryl wanted to call the girl, but he couldn't even remember the bitch's name. La something, Lavon? No, Latoya. Or maybe that was the other one. He'd already asked Lamont's assistant and the receptionist if they remembered the name of the pretty one, because he couldn't find the group's bio and staff and attached photo. With all the groups that had come through the office in the last few weeks, no one could remember a damn thing about any of them. Now Daryl rummaged through all the useless office memos on his desk in search of the package the manager had left with him the other day. Daryl's office was tiny. So was he. But what he lacked in size, he more than made up for in self-aggrandization. He was 5'5" and 3/4 of an inch, but whenever anyone dared to question his height, he pulled out his driver's license. Bam, 5'7". People always took that as gospel, as if the DMV actually measured folks. His office would have felt larger if he cleared out half the dozen of demos he was supposed to listen to as the A&R of Triple Large Entertainment. When he first got the gig, he didn't even know what A&R stood for. Artist and repertoire, he was told. He still didn't entirely understand, but he figured out he was expected to discover new artists and work out their development once they were signed. That he could do, although he really wanted to be a producer solely and forget the office bullshit. He rarely got around to assessing the volumes of materials that found their way into the Midtown office. Most artists who got signed had already made names for themselves on the streets or were affiliated with an established hip-hop clique. The next big thing rarely arrived unannounced through the United States Postal Service. Nonetheless, Paul Mankiewicz, the label's VP of A&R, stayed on Daryl's ass about listening to every single submission. A strapping, floppy-haired white guy in his mid-30s, Paul Mankiewicz made 6 figures with his own hours. He was nicknamed Witchy because he was successful, cultivated so many R&B and hip-hop acts at various record companies that people said he could work black magic. 23-year-old Daryl didn't have an official title. He was usually called the A&R guy, which he preferred to being called Witchy's assistant, though affable to most. Witchy cracked the whip on his department's subordinates. Mostly, Daryl believed as a form of insurance, in which he failed to meet his monthly beat-up on Daryl quota, which he was guaranteed to receive a few lashes from the HNIC himself, Lamont Fat Man Jackson. Daryl idolized and despised Fat Man with equal fervor. Some days he wished he was standing tall in Lamont's $400 shoes, making big moves and bigger bank. Other days he hoped Lamont Jackson would kill over and die from a massive coronary and spend all eternity rotting in hell. A few months ago, Fat Man had put out the call that they'd be branching out into R&B. They were hoping to find the next Destiny's Child. In the past 2 months, they'd seen 27 groups. None of them got past their first song. After an audition 2 days ago of 3 white girls with varying degrees of pink hair who called themselves Shades, it was obvious Witchy was digging at the bottom of the barrel. Lamont had turned to Witchy and said, "Mr. Mankiewicz, why do I feel like I'm a judge on American Idol?" Daryl had fallen back on Lamont's sofa and laughed. It was a joy to see Witchy catching some flack for a change. But the most hysterical part was that Lamont was beginning to resemble the fat guy on the show. And then this group Heart song, the worst fucking name, had come in yesterday. Daryl had only listened to their demo as a favor to Megan, Triple R's certified hottie receptionist. She urged him to listen to it, saying the manager was a friend of her cousin's. Oh well, I'll give it the VIP treatment right now. Daryl had clowned like he cared. It was certain to be garbage, but if it brought him one step closer to getting something from Megan, it was worth a listen. And what did you know? It wasn't bad, not bad at all. Richie was heated when he found out Daryl had flown them in without consulting with him. One of the girls, the one with the long braids, had to be 20 pounds heavier than she was when the bio picture was taken, and the manager was annoying as hell. Daryl had to shove him out of Lamont's office as he tried to sell him on two other hip hop acts he'd managed. The group's audition didn't seem to ignite much enthusiasm in Daryl, although he didn't say that he'd straight up hated them, which was his response to most of the 27 groups who come before them. This morning, Lamont had called Daryl at the crack of dawn to say that maybe they didn't need a group after all. Actually, his first words were, "Where the hell is Richie?" Daryl rolled over, looked at the ungodly hour and yawned. At home, sleeping maybe. Lamont grunted his disapproval, then told Daryl he had a moment of revelation. He decided they needed just one girl, a solo artist, who wanted to meet with the lead singer of Heart Song, the pretty one, he said. Daryl finally found the bio picture sticking out of the stack of magazines on the floor. Mimi, that was her name. He looked at his fake Rolex. Damn, it was already 4:15, and Lamont wanted her down there by 5 a.m. He picked up the phone and dialed the hotel. This chick could be his first discovery, and if a signing came from this, he wouldn't let Witchy or Fat Man forget it. And that's the end of chapter 1. I'm only doing one chapter a day. I'll break it down and post it. Thank you for listening. I'll put a voiceover on it because my voice got a little raspy. But I'm about to post it. Thanks.